12-bar blues. Let's break it down a little bit. So a basic 12-bar blues, when you're playing in like a blues band, they stay kind of on the 1 for 4 bars, and then the 4 for 2 bars, and then the 1 for 2 more bars, and then the 4 for 2 bars, and then the 1 for a bar or 2, and then it goes the 5 for a bar, and the 4, and then the 1. And maybe we'll go back to the 5 one more time, back to the 1, right? That's a very basic way of playing a 12-bar blues. But there's some things that you can do to spice it up a little bit to make it a little more interesting and give you some more things to do when you're in those 12 measures. So what I like to do, instead of just staying on a 1 chord for 4 measures, on the second measure I like to go to the 4 and then back to the 1 for 2 measures. So that's what I did in the first part of the solo right here. Now, going to that next 4 chord, I could just stay on that 1 chord and go into it, or I could do a 2-5-1 to that F chord. So 2-5-1, right? So in context again, starting at the beginning, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 5, 1 to this the 4 chord right here, 2-5-1 in F, right? So we'll stay on that F chord. You can stay in the F chord for 2 measures, but on that second measure, you can go up to an F sharp diminished, and it's fun to play like a diminished scale over that. It's kind of a diminished scale. I was kind of messing it up a little bit. There you go, diminished scale, and then back to 1. Then you can stay on that 1 for 2 measures, but what I like to do is walk it down or get to that 6 of A7. All dominant chords in this generally. And then I could go to the 4, but I find like a lot of times a 2 sounds really nice. 2 dominant. And you can do a 5 or a 5 sus. And then 1. Then you can do a 6-2-5, 1-6-2-5 turnaround. 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Right? So putting all those things together, it sounds something like this, okay? I'll talk through it. I'll go a little slow as I'm doing it so you can kind of hear what I'm playing and doing. So here you go. 1, 2, 3, and 1. To 4. Back to 1. Now we're going to 2-5 and F. Now the F, 4 chord. F sharp diminish. Back to 1. Walking down to the A, A7. Now the 2 dominant. Walking up to the 5 sus, 5 dominant, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, right? Those are some different tricks and things that you can put into a blues to spice up your blues a little bit more. And when you're improvising, a lot of times early improvisers, and when you're starting to improvise, it's fun to do it over a blues because you can play the blues scale over it. And any of those notes kind of really work over the whole thing. Right? But when you're starting to throw in these 6 chords and 2 chords and some other chords or the diminished chord, you can start to open up your playing a little bit more, and on those you can play scales or arpeggios that go with those chords. So like if I'm going to like that 2-5 to F, right? I can play a G minor, over to the F7, right? I play F major, that was wrong. F7. So G minor, C, that's what I'm thinking about there. Then F sharp diminished, you can play a whole half tone scale, and then B7. I'm outlining B7, a B flat 7, and an A7. And then I'm thinking a D7. Then you can walk up that. There's another like turnaround. So let's try this one more time, and I'll go slow and see if you can follow along. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 2, 5, F, 1, F sharp diminished, 1, walk down it, 2, D, 5, back to 1, 6, 2, 5, one more time, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, F sharp diminished, 1, walk down, 2, happy practicing. Take it in all 12 keys and you'll be good to go. Peace.